I am right now outside McMinnville, Oregon. Right outside of town. The at Tice Woods, uh, the Rotary Nature Preserve. Probably hear those cars up there. Well, I haven't been here in years. Actually, this area is actually fairly new. I think they put this in maybe a year or two ago, or less. I'm not exactly sure. But I do remember being here when I was a kid, but not the same exactly. Because this was like all wooded area right outside town, and I lived nearby. I actually went to a church down the street, and I remember me and a good friend of mine at the time, I think we had been like maybe 8th grade, we would come down here and just hike around in here. And there was no paths or trails. We had to blaze our own trails, and when we were smart about it, we had colored ribbon we used as markers so we could find our way back. Yeah, that pretty much all stopped when we came across some guy with a shotgun yelling at us to get off his property. But so now, years later, it's a nature preserve. I think they call it Tice Park, or actually Tice Woods. I think it's Tice Woods Rotary Preserve. Sorry if the camera's shaky. I was holding this little flip minnow. Well, the one thing about Oregon, we get a lot of rain. That's how we have so much beautiful woods and trees around. But it just gets such to be a pain in the butt. You get so much of it, so long that you feel kind of trapped inside. So, the sun's out today. It's still kind of cool. So, hoping to figure out get some video. I haven't posted a video on this channel in forever. The last video I posted, the only video I ever posted was a review on some man gear survival bracelets. But coming to a little wooden bridge here. A little stream running through here. Yeah, this is nice. Okay. Seeps, springs, and runoffs. Yeah, City of McMinnville Rotary Nature Preserve. Water is one of the main features of the Rotary Nature Preserve. There are many sources of water here. The creek under the bridge is one example. It serves as a drain for which water falls. As rain to the east, there are several natural seeps and springs and preserves that show up in the winter. There is one year-round. In a wooded area protected from foot traffic, Baker Creek flows onto Heron Pond, which is behind you during floods. All the water in the preserve flows into Baker Creek, the North Yamhill River system, and the Willamette River and Columbia River, finally into the Pacific Ocean. Kind of neat to know. Yeah, it's nice to finally be able to get outside. Yeah, I have a lot to entertain me in the house, but man, nothing like getting outside. Some fresh air, the woods. The fact that I grew up seriously, we got the highway right here, and on the other side, all that is just nothing but houses. So the fact that we're just at the edge of town and all this beautiful, all this. Ugh. Okay. So now, Rainbow Tree. Children at Bethel Christian School, which is actually right down the street here, not too far, named this tree for its gentle curve. The tree is an Oregon white oak that was probably bent over by another tree that fell during a storm. Probably happened when the oak was young and flexible. The roots stayed on the ground. The tree lived up, continued to grow. Licorice fern over the arch in a summer, and fern dries up and mounts back lovely and green after rain. Yeah, we do get a few storms out here. There wasn't actually not too long ago, a fairly small storm. And we actually, Oregon coast, which is about an hour away from here, yeah, there was like a huge storm not too long ago where they had like quite a bit of flooding and hurricane strength winds. Okay. That's nice. It's kind of cold out, but not too cold. Yeah. Wow. As you can see, sun is out. The sun is out in Oregon. That is a time to celebrate because we get like, it seems like it rains forever here, but it's always nice when the sun comes out. You know, but anyways, well, yeah, let's see where the rest of this trail takes me. Okay, so came down that trail, and there's a little bench here, and apparently this pond is called Heron Pond. The pond was named for the great blue heron that can be seen here. The pond is fed by several small streams. Occasionally during floods, Baker Creek will overflow its banks and spill into the pond. One time, Baker Creek flowed directly through the pond, but eventually it cut a new lower channel and left what's a good example of an oxbow lake. Heron Pond is shallow and dries out in very dry summers. Eventually the pond will turn into a marsh and then into a wetland meadow and finally into a forest. Water birds can be seen here include Canadian goose, the mallard, great blue heron, and the American widgeon. Birds including Virginia rail and the belted nightfish or kingfish. Pretty neat. I actually just talked to someone who was walking by on the trail. He said there's a really good view of the lake around the corner here, so let's check that out. That's one thing I do like about walking out here is like, there's usually the people out here walking around are really, really friendly people. So I actually do like these dirt gravel paths a little better than the concrete. This seems a little more rustic and stuff. Okay. And he was right. Oh, a dock here. Take the steps down. Whoa. These railroad tie steps are a little slippery. Yeah. It's the pond. Surprised that doesn't have more water than this in it, but yeah. Tell it's kind of. Yeah, you can tell there's some people out here drinking. Signs of it everywhere. Try to zoom in. Yeah, beer can there, and down in there, and I see it there over there. These cigarette butts, yeah. Yeah, shit like that just pisses me off, because, a bunch of time and money was put into building this place for everyone to enjoy, and of course, you got the freaking people out that come down here and party. There's more over there. It's like, That pisses me off. You know, this place is supposed to be nice and pristine and nature everywhere, and people have to come down here and throw a drink, and yeah, it just pisses me off. My brother, there's some a little bit more trash in the trees over here, if you can see that. Yeah, my brother says a bunch of the high school kids like to come down here and get high and stuff, but yeah, freaking kids, they have no respect for anything. Yeah, but it is nice. It is nice here. It's nice how they built this little bridge out so you can go check out the pond. Someone carving their name into the paint. So, kind of nice little camouflage, some kind of weird multicolored paint on here. Interesting. Okay.